boys and girls, and welcome to Vacation Bible School here at Rocky Railway. All week long, we're going to be learning that God's power will pull us through. My name is Marcy, and this is your sing and play crew, and they're here to teach you some great songs this week. Are you ready for day one? Are you ready for day one? Awesome. On the count of three, I want to hear you say all aboard. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, all aboard.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. it's the power. Yeah, God is power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. Let's do it all again right now. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze, and everybody clap your hands. Now stop.
I want you to meet my friends, Cam Track and Miss Stephanie. Now, Cam Track is an engineer on the Rocky Railway, and he needs some power to get his train back on track.
I've heard some commotion around the rail yard about a rock slide last night. That could be really bad. Maybe we can find someone who could tell us what happened. Oh, hey. Hey, mister. Hi.
Hi.
Do you work here?
Do I work here? I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. I don't just work on the trains either. As a matter of fact, I drive them. I drive the trains. I'm Cam Track, and I'm the engineer at this here railroad.
Well, and I'm Stephanie. An engineer with a name like Cam Track? You must really love trains.
Listen, my friend, when you know trains as well as I know trains, well, they just become a part of you.
That's pretty deep. Well, maybe you can help all of us. My friends and I heard something about a rock slide.
Well, you heard right, my friend. You know what? There were some huge boulders that rolled down the mountain last night, and they landed right on the track of all places.
Wow, that could really cause you some problems.
Well, it can. In fact, my crew and I were supposed to take the train down the mountain early this morning. It's a good thing I'm here to take care of it.
You really think you're that strong enough to lift some massive boulders?
I don't think so. I know so.
Okay. Why don't you warm up with some of those rocks right there?
Those right there?
Yeah.
Oh, easy peasy, my friend. Hey, you might want to stand back in case one of these comes a-flying.
Gotcha. Oh.
It's useless. It's just too hard.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Cam, because today we're learning that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus. We all have to do hard things. It might be taking a big test at school. Let me demonstrate. Oh, could be taking that big test. Hold on to that there. Or it could be something, let's see, like standing up to a bully. Got it? Come on. There you go. Easy peasy, right? Maybe it could be trying to take care of a sick family member, or maybe even having to say goodbye to a friend.
What are you doing here?
Oh.
I thought we already established that I'm not that strong.
Well, you're right. None of us is strong enough to tackle all that tough stuff on our own. But we have a friend who is Jesus. Jesus is powerful in every way. He can handle anything that's hard for us, even the things that are inside too. Even though life may still seem heavy, He's always there to share the load.
This Jesus, he sounds like a good guy to be friends with. Oh, well, I do need to figure out a way to get those boulders off the track. Maybe if I ask Jesus, he'll get me some ideas and I'll know exactly how to make that happen.
Well, I tell you what, as soon as my friends and I are finished here, I'll come see if I can help you. We could figure it out together.
That's a good deal. All right, I'll see you.
Each day, we'll learn a Bible point, an important truth from the Bible to remember. Today, we'll explore how Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. That's our Bible point. Today, whenever you hear someone say, Jesus' power helps us do hard things, you're going to say, trust Jesus. As you say that, reach up and pull down, just like I did, and like you're pulling a train's whistle. We need to hang on to Jesus' power to pull us through when things get tough. The Bible says, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength." Christ is another name for Jesus. Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus. He gives us the strength when we need power to power through sadness or confusion or even mad feelings. Another thing we'll have all week is Bible buddies. Bible buddies will help us remember our Bible points. All our buddies are animals that you can find somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. Let's take a look.
Hey there, friends! Glad you're all on board for a rambunctious week of faith and fun at Rocky Railway. I'm Ramsey, a bighorn sheep. Can you guess why? Okay, that was too easy. Check out these cool, curvy horns God gave me. Ram's horns can weigh up to 30 pounds. That's as much as some of our littlest preschool buddies. Wow! My horns have to be tough because we male sheep use them to keep other rams out of our territory. People who study rams say we can run into each other at 20 to 40 miles per hour. Bam! You can hear that sound for miles. Me and my herd hang out all over the majestic, massive Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains rock! If you head up to find me, strap on your hiking boots. Sometimes my herd grazes in an alpine meadow. 'Cause that's where the good stuff is. Wow, good! But the meadow makes us an easy target for predators, so we also like to climb way up those crazy cliffs. We sheep like it steep. Me and my family can hang out on a little teeny tiny ledge that's only a few inches wide. Animals like bears or coyotes can't bother us here. Whew! And check out the view! God made us just right for staying safe in those hard, rocky places. My hooves are split and have a rough skin on the bottom that grips tight to the rugged rocks. Plus, I've got excellent eyesight. No glasses for me. It may sound like climbing these cliffs and balancing on jagged ledges is hard to do, but God has given me everything I need to live here. Find food and keep my family safe. I've heard that you sometimes have to do hard things too. When there's a bully at school, maybe you feel like you're in a rough, rocky place. You may not be balanced on a cliff ledge like me, but maybe you have to balance homework, chores, sports, music, and friendships. That sounds hard. Maybe coming here today and making new friends even feels like a hard thing for you. But did you know you don't face those hard things alone? No way! Jesus is right beside you. Yep, even right now. He gives you His power to climb through those mountains of worry and get through any rough stuff you gotta do. The Bible powers you up with this truth. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. That means you don't have to have your own power to do hard things. Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
When you see Ramsey, remember that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus.
Welcome to Imagination Station. I'm so glad you're here. I can't wait to see what incredible things we'll discover about Jesus' power this week. We're going to have so much fun together. But before we get started, I need to ask you something. Who brought their imagination today? I was worried you might forget your imagination since this is the first day of VBS. So I was talking to my friend Ramsey. I think you met my friend Ramsey earlier, right? Well, Ramsey is a bighorn sheep, and he told me that him and his friends love living in the Rocky Mountains. The mountains are so beautiful, and the scenery is so spectacular. But Ramsey said that sometimes it's kind of hard to live in the mountains, especially in the winter when it snows. That's when Ramsey's sure-footed feet come in handy. Ramsey's feet help him do hard things, like walk on slippery, snowy mountains. Even when it snows, Ramsey knows that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. There, that's better. I think your imaginations are up and running now. And that's a good thing, because each day at Imagination Station, you'll get to be part of fun activities and experiments that help us discover more about Jesus' power. And you'll get to play with an awesome, science-y, fun gizmo every day. We'll get to our first activity in a minute. But first, I have another question for you. How long do you think it takes a baby bighorn sheep to be able to walk and climb as well as its mother? Does it take 6 weeks or 1 day? Think about that and decide on your answer. Okay, I need a loud drum roll before I reveal the answer. Make a drum roll with me. And the answer is, a baby bighorn can walk and climb as well as its mother within just 1 day. Imagine that! Let's get back on track. Grab some paper and a marker to make your own train tracks. Draw a train track from one end of the paper to the other. You can draw mountains and trees, streams if you want, and curve it through the Rocky Mountains. You can even add fun stickers if you have some. I'll give you a moment. Have fun. Today, we're discovering that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. You know, sometimes we all have to do hard things, and we may not understand why. We may not be able to control what's happening. Our lives seem to be going in all different directions. Let's see what that's like. This is my off-rail roller. Go ahead and grab your off-rail roller pieces, and I'll lead you through how to put it together. To assemble your off-rail roller, first lay out all of the pieces. You should have 2 black circular pieces. One has a flat side. The other has a bump in the middle. You'll have 2 straws, a long straw and a short straw, a rubber band, and a paper clip from home. The first step is to thread the rubber band through the paper clip. This paper clip is going to act as a needle. It should look like this. Take the black piece with the bump on the outside and using the paper clip, thread the rubber band through the hole. You should have the rubber band coming out one side and a paper clip coming out the other. Grab your large straw and pull it through the rubber band. Using the paper clip, pull until the straw is flat against the outside and stays in place. Then take the other black piece, the flat circle. Use the paper clip to thread again through the hole. Push the 2 black pieces together until they snap in the middle. Then, pull the paper clip and the rubber band apart. Be sure to keep one finger in the rubber band so you can thread the short straw. When you're finished, it should look just like this: a long straw on the side with a bump and a short straw on the flat side. Now pick up your off-rail roller, holding the short side in your hand, wind the long straw. Do it several times. The more you wind it, the longer it will go. And we're off the rails. Take a few minutes and experiment with your off-rail roller. You might want to try it on some different surfaces. You could even try to keep it on your paper track. After a few minutes, you'll hear the train whistle when it's time to come back. Have fun! Take your off-rail roller and put it inside a baggie. If you happen to have a Try This at Home sticker, it will help you remember today's Bible point, that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. All right, that's it for today. We'll see you back again next time at Imagination Station. 。
As we get ready for Bible today, have you ever thought about things that are hard for us to do? Jobs that seem too big or stuff that seems too complicated to even try? Well, there's someone in our Bible story today that was asked to do something hard.
Sometimes we have to do jobs that seem too big to do, or do stuff that seems too complicated to even try. When we run into situations like that, we have to remember that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. I had to do something hard when I was in school. Ananias, what are you doing?
What does it look like? I'm hiding.
Hiding from who?
From everyone.
Well, that's not going to work. Tell me what's going on. By the way, everyone, this is my friend Ananias. Ananias, these are my new friends.
Hi, people I don't know in my friend's house.
So why exactly are you hiding?
It's Saul. He's here in Damascus to arrest anyone who loves Jesus, and I love Jesus.
Oh, I guess
He's thrown a lot of Jesus' friends into prison, and he's here in Damascus.
So I guess you haven't heard
About how Jesus appeared to Saul, and a bright light shone around Saul, and Saul heard Jesus' voice. Then Saul fell to the ground, and how he was blind, and how his buddies led him here to Damascus. Yeah, I heard all that.
So why are you hiding?
Well, God came to me in a vision this morning and told me I should go to Straight Street, and when I got there, ask for a man from Tarsus named Saul.
Wow.
And then I should place my hands on Saul and pray for him so Saul would be able to see again.
So why are you here instead of doing what God asked you to do?
Because when Saul is able to see, guess what he's going to see? Me. And Saul arrests Christians and throws them in jail. He throws rocks at Christians. He locks up Christians in chains. Why has God asked me to do such a hard thing?
Maybe my new friends here know something you should know. Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
Okay, but this is a really hard thing. A super hard thing. I'm afraid, and I'm not sure I can do it. Have you ever had something hard to do and you weren't sure if you could do it?
I have, and my friends have too. We were just talking about it. It's easy to talk about trusting Jesus, but what does it really feel like to trust him? I'm wondering if there's something hard happening in your life right now. Maybe you're worried about a new school year, or maybe you had a fight with a friend and wonder if you'll ever be friends again. Talk to someone in the room with you about a hard situation you're facing right now. So while we're here,
Phew, I'm back from seeing Saul.
I heard you were too afraid to see Saul.
I was, but my friends here reminded me that Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust
Jesus.
So what happened?
Well, I found the house and went in, and there was Saul. He hadn't eaten for 3 days, but he was still scary.
What did you do?
I said, Brother Saul, the Lord Jesus, who appeared to you on the road, sent me so you can get your sight back and be filled with the Holy Spirit. I put my hands on his shoulders, and bam, these weird scaly things fell off his eyes, and he could see again.
That's incredible.
I know. Then he was baptized and had something to eat. And then I came here to let all you know how it turned out.
It sounds like God has some big plans for Saul.
Just like he has big plans for everyone here. And we can do it too, because Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust Jesus.
Well, I have to run. Thanks for your help.
I hope you enjoyed Bible today, and welcome to KidVid Cinema. I'm glad you're here, and we're going to have an awesome week together. We will get a chance to dive into God's amazing book, the Bible. And we will watch some videos about real kids tell their real stories about the amazing power of Jesus. Today, we are discovering that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus. In today's video, we'll meet a friend named Dominic who loves to do karate. Karate is a sport that focuses on self-control. While it strengthens your body and your mind, it involves special kicks and movements that may seem hard to do. As you watch today's video, be on the lookout for the hard things that Dominic had to learn.
My name is Dominic, and I'm almost 11 years old.
Dominic lives with his mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa. He enjoys all kinds of hobbies, but one is his favorite.
I like to build things. I also like karate a lot. I love karate because I get to really express myself and I get to have fun. And I also get to build character and build physical strength.
Learning karate is hard work. Dominic practices up to 3 times a week. Plus, he practices at home with his dad.
The hardest thing about karate is definitely a lot of push-ups, leg lifts, sit-ups.
Dominic knows that he needs to trust Jesus when things get hard.
There was this board breaking thing, and I saw all the other kids break it with their palm, right here. Boom. Just didn't work out for me.
Dominic failed to break the board with his hand, but he didn't give up. He continued to train, and he asked Jesus to help him.
And I said, I'm gonna break this board. It's an obstacle in my way, and let me push through it. And I broke it.
Another part of karate is taking tests to earn new belts. Each belt color represents a new level. Earning a new belt is hard.
I was very discouraged on the first day because I was afraid I wasn't going to pass, and that's what brought me down. The second day, I was feeling very, very discouraged, very, very, very sad. And I thought, I don't think I'm going to pass this, and I didn't. I failed, and I failed, and I failed. Finally got to the last day that I could possibly test, and I said, this isn't going to be like those last times. I am going to pass it. I said, you know what, Jesus can help me get through this. I'm just going to pray to him today. I am going to pass the test tomorrow. And I did.
In the Bible, in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13, it says, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength."
My 3-day test, it was really hard. And Jesus helped me through that. I was nervous for it. If you're going through hard things, I suggest that all you need to do is just trust in God and he'll help you. Pray to God and he can get you through anything. Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
What a cool video. Dominic sure has some hard things to do to succeed at karate. You'll all have hard things that you have to do too. Our Bible verse today is found in Philippians 4:13, and it says, "For I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength." Christ is another name for Jesus. What a great verse for today. We're discovering that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus. This tells me that no matter what hard things I have to do or get through, I can do it because Jesus will give me the strength and the power.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey. There's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all, you're all, you're all that we need. Trusting in you, we're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you, trusting in you. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. 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 Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train. This train. This train.
Welcome to our very first Rocky Wrap-Up. I'm Miss Stephanie, and each day we'll wrap up our tremendous trip on the tracks with songs and smiles. Today's Bible memory buddy was a big horned sheep, named Ramses. And Ramses was custom made to travel up steep mountains. When you see Ramses, you can remember that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus. We also learned that sometimes doing hard things means you have to do them more than once. And sometimes you need people around you who can help you out. Jesus has the power to put just the right people in your life who can support you, guide you, and help you to do the tough stuff. We also learned that Ananias had to trust Jesus, and so do we. So thanks for celebrating Jesus' power with me. I can't wait until tomorrow for another day of adventure, discovery, and excitement with all of you. Let me pray for us. Jesus, thank you for a great day that you've given us. Help us to put the truths into our heart and lives. And everybody said, amen. Goodbye, everybody.